Hi, thanks a lot. I appreciate you showing up today to hear my take on Alita the Battle Angel by Robert Rodriguez and produced by James Cameron. I would like to thank all of those who have already subscribed to this channel and supported me in producing these videos, and if you have not already, I would appreciate it if you would also subscribe to my channel and this playlist for more video analysis and reviews of your favorite films. Now, I've been familiar with Alita for a number of years, probably around 1997, right after Titanic, 97. At that particular time, James Cameron's name started popping up around anime. Ghost in the Shell, the original, that came out in 1995. And also there's another anime that came out, I think probably around 2002, called Metropolis. So he was really looking at anime at that time, and from what I heard, Guillermo del Toro brought Alita to James Cameron's attention, and James Cameron bought it shortly afterwards and planned on making Avatar originally. I believe it was called Project 0880, to prepare for Battle Angel Alita. He wanted to get the tech ready as far as the motion capture and everything ready for Battle Angel. So Battle Angel was kind of put on the shelf for a while, for a number of years. I was kind of upset because I was really looking forward to seeing Battle Angel. You know, here's some of the books. Here are the books that this film is based on, by the way. This is the first book. This particular book here is the book with Hugo, but these are the original books. These are the two Motorball books here. I still got the VHS, you know. So now I still watch it from time to time also. I was looking forward to James Cameron directing this film, but I knew that was out of the question, especially when Avatar went over the way it did. Once Robert Rodriguez got it, I was pretty encouraged by it, you know, especially when I saw the early trailers coming out, the eyes and everything. That didn't bother me, because all of that, if you are familiar with the source material, which are these graphic novels here that he did 9 of these, as a matter of fact. I mean, Yukito Kirshiro, that is. If you're familiar with the graphic novels, then you know that that's the way that, you know, that is Alita. So a lot of reviewers on YouTube, I've watched a lot of videos because I have a thing, you know, when I go to see a movie, I want to hear what people have to say about it. And I might not agree with everything that they say, but there might be 1 or 2 points that they make that I might resonate with, that I might say, oh, whoa. Because, again, we're talking about money. I don't like wasting my money. So even though I don't want you to spoil it for me, I do want you to give me some indication of what to expect. The consensus that I came away with, you know, the world building, that was one of the words, world building, the action, then the motorballers, or the amount of exposition that this film had, as far as trying to bring you up to speed on the why, the backstory. But I didn't go in with any illusions that I was going to see Ben-Hur, 8.5, Fellini, Lawrence of Arabia, The Tin Drum, or Citizen Kane.
Campaign promises.
I was going into this movie to see, based on the videos and the videos I've seen and the reviews I've read, I was going in, especially those who were saying that they were pushing the envelope. This was like next gen. This was like 5G, you know, compared to what James Cameron did in Avatar. This was 5G. I mean, this was state-of-the-art, cutting edge. I don't think so. In fact, I know so. I was expecting to be blown away. With all of the reviews of everybody saying, well, oh man, now I'm gonna tell you, I'm going to say this though. As far as Alita herself, As far as the motion capture that they used to render her, whatever they used, whatever improvements came after Avatar, you can see it mainly in Alita's character because of her emotion, her emotional range and everything is just incredible. I mean, it's like human. I mean, all the little wrinkles and everything. Rosa Salazar's performance, absolutely incredible. Cyborgs in the film, they looked good. If you just think about Mad Max of the Road Warrior, you think about the cars. That's what these cyborgs are. They are ancient looking. You can see how they work. Impressive, at the same time, not that impressive to me. It looked animated at some points. It looked like you were looking at not animation, but it's hard to explain. But it did not have that 5G type of effect on me. The texture of it and everything didn't look as good as Avatar. That's my personal opinion. The raves about the world building, if you saying this is the best example of CGI world building, you have not seen Blade Runner 2049, you have not seen Alien Covenant, you have not seen Prometheus. There are a number of films you have not seen if you're saying that this is the best example of world building. I mean, seriously, it's good, it's very good, but not the best example. No, not by a long shot. As far as the action in the film, John Wick is killing it. Mad Max Fury Road is killing it. This is a 3D animated movie with humans in it. That's all it is. I was getting all of these raves about how great Motorball was. Now this is a 2-hour and 2-minute movie. Motorball, if you were to take Motorball, all of Motorball, and you were to just put them together, it's really only 2 scenes where they're showing Motorball. It's only about 3 minutes, 3-4 minutes tops. That's about how long the Motorball sequence, and they are so fast. And I don't know if they should have used a wider camera to be able to encompass not only the scenes, but to be able to encompass more of what was going on around Alita. You know, I felt, you know, it was very good. It was very good. The participants in Motorball, to give you an idea what Motorball is, and this, I hate to say, I should have said this before if I haven't already. I am giving away some spoilers to this movie, but the Motorball sequence is like a cross between, let's say, Mad Max, or Mad Max chase, and let's say Rollerball. Everybody was talking up this Motorball sequence, which I agree as far as the manga, as far as these books are concerned. These are the 2 books where you have Motorball, okay? These are the only 2 books. It's 9 books. You only have 2 where they have Motorball. But man, I'm telling you, that sequence, if pulled off right, and the sequence I'm talking about in particular is the rivalry between Alita and the king. They showed him briefly in the movie. He is the most significant figure in the most significant story arc in Battle Angel Alita. Very, very interesting character, and their battle is, I mean, if they could pull that off, and I think Robert Rodriguez can pull that off. It wasn't done, you know, could pull that off. They kind of really gave you a taste, not really a very good taste, but if they could pull that off in the sequels, if they make them, I believe there's a good chance they will. They're doing good in China, I heard. I'm glad for that. But if they could pull off that particular rivalry between Alita and Joshkin, that would be amazing if they could pull off not only the rap but the story, because it's a story arc. It's not just a you know, it's a lot going on between her and this guy Josh again. 2 hour and 2 minute movie. You only show 3 minutes total. If that. There was a scene in particular between her and like this big, giant, incredible Hulk, mechanical cyborg assassin who worked for Vector. One thing that Robert Rodriguez and James Cameron did right was they did not water down the violence in Battle Angel Alita at all. There's it's not real bloody. There's some blood in it. Okay, there's some blue blood and there's also some red blood. But this movie is savage. I mean, savage with a capital S. So leave the kids at home when you thinking about going to see this movie. This is an adult movie. You got to remember, they did not write these type of manga. You know, in Japan, adults read these, you know, and teenagers and college students and all that, but they don't feel the same way that they don't have the same sensibilities that we have when it comes to animation. You know, they make animation for adults. When we see an animated movie over here, regardless of what kind of content it's got, we say, oh, let's take the kids. Everything is not for the kids, so just leave the kids at home with this one, if you're a good parent, that is. If I were to compare this film with, let's say, the last Avengers movie, which I thought was a masterpiece, Infinity War. Infinity War's got it, action, hands down. Hands down. I would even say Civil War has got it, definitely hands down. To me, that's of this genre. You know, when you look at Battle Angel is not in the same, I would even say, genre as a movie like Blade Runner 2049, of course. I think that the acting was pretty empty. The humans were, you know, kind of like stock characters. You know, you had Ido, he being the father figure. You had Vector's character, I believe his name is Ali Mahashira, excuse me if I don't pronounce this properly, Ali, who did Vector. I think his role was the standout role. Ironically, when he was being manipulated and used as a puppet by Dusty Nova, who's the character that you don't really see until the very end of the movie. Jennifer Connelly, I think her character had potential. Of the characters in the film that had potential were Jennifer Connelly's role and Mr. Ali's role. I think that they had potential if they could have played out. I think that was really one of the big problems I had with this film, was that they put so much exposition on it that they paid absolutely no attention to trying to develop these characters organically to where you really cared about them, instead of putting in a lot of theme music or whatever to make you, to kind of program you to pull your strings and, okay, I want you to feel sad now. If you had invested enough into the characters in here, then I would care about them, but I don't care about these characters. I mean, even at the very end of the movie where one of the characters dies, Hugo, and you have Alita and her feelings and everything about this situation, because it's supposed to be a very poignant a scene, which I felt the OVA did handle much better than the movie did, by the way. I didn't feel anything for him. I didn't feel anything for him. You know, I guess you're supposed to feel something that was supposed to carry over into what's going to happen in part 2. You know, I didn't get it. Hey, The Matrix didn't do that. The Matrix was a good standalone movie, you know, that didn't try to give you so much exposition and say, okay, we're going to be good in the sequel. We're going to really rock it in the sequel. But no, it didn't do that. It was a good standalone movie that didn't need all that. And you really cared about Morpheus, Trinity, and Neo throughout the course of the movie, and throughout the Neo's character arc and his coming of age character arc in the story and everything. You know, you really got to care more about him in that movie than I felt like I care about anybody in Alita. You know, that's really all I have to say about it. Would I go back and see it again? No. Would I buy it when it came out on Blu-ray? Yes, I would, because sometimes I like to put a movie in and just turn my brain off and just be entertained. I don't want to think, which is really kind of sad that $200 million going to a movie and 50 Cent going to actually taking it. And I ain't gonna say that 50 Cent, but I'm saying that you put more time and energy into the CGI and no time, and not a fraction of the time into writing a good script. Still, today, James Cameron's best movie is his most low-tech movie. Still his best movie. I mean, why can't he show how good, and why can't these directors show how good they are with less, working with less? I think it would really encourage young filmmakers to concentrate on that element of filmmaking that is going to outlast this technology. Because I'm gonna tell you, in 4 or 5 years, the way we are going technologically, the stuff that you see done in movies today, you're gonna laugh at the way you laugh at some of those movies from the 60s, because these movies are gonna be so advanced, man. I mean, the technology is not static, but the storytelling, the old classic movies, there are a reason why they're classics, because generations upon generations, no matter how old those films get, those films are going to be introduced to new generations because of the quality of the writing. You don't even see all that other stuff. It's like falling in love with somebody. You don't even see their flaws. And when a movie is great and it is well written and well thought out, not the presentation. A woman could put on all of this stuff and she might not be about you know what on the inside, but I'm talking about all of the effort went into trying to make a quality film. There's a reason why people still talk about Stanley Kubrick. You know, will you talk about these films, these filmmakers making these films coming out today, when those special effects are obsolete and all you have left is this story? You're going to be stripped butt naked and people are going to see you for what you are. Now, Battle Angel is a decent movie. It's a strong C+. I will go and see it. Everyone has a different opinion. I'm not going back to see it. I might even get a different opinion about it when it come out on Blu-ray. But these are the movies I can't wait to see them turn. These are the graphic novels I can't wait to see them make. Hard boiled. Give me liberty. Make these. This is what I want to see now. Thanks for watching this video. I appreciate it. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, leave a comment and let me know why. I can take it. I will see you once again on this channel. Please subscribe. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time.